So, welcome everyone. This is Outreach Strategies and Initiatives with FRC 4265, the Secret City Wildbots. I'm Karthik, I'm a sophomore.
I'm Harry, I'm a sophomore.
And I'm Leah, and I'm a junior.
So, you came to this class to learn about how you can collaborate with your community, create a plan, and have effective outreach within your team. And so let's jump right into that.
So first and foremost, our goal with Outreach is to make STEM accessible to all. So the way we do that is with our mobile outreach lab, and Leah will tell us what it is.
So the mobile lab is a scalable outreach system that we can use to bring a variety of machines to a very wide audience. It's allowed us to reach a lot of people and make valuable connections with professionals and businesses in our community.
For every event that we have in the mobile lab, there's a lot of demographics we have to consider before and during the event. For example, we like to consider things like age, the time of the age of people there, the time of the event, other things like the amount of people that we have at the event, those kind of things when we're actually bringing the mobile lab, because those can affect how effective our outreach can be during the event. And so we actually sometimes bring DotBots, but depending on the age, and a lot of other things like sumo bots, laser engraver, 3D printer, etc. We also include we also have an outreach preparation checklist, which we'll go over later in the slides. During the event, we actually have a few things we have to hand out. So our goal with outreach, like what Harry said, is to create accessible outreach to everyone, but it also means inspiring and creating lasting memories that people will hold on to for a long time. So we have these 3D printed 465 logo keychains that we have that actually spin in a unique way for us to brand our team and has a lasting memory for them to hold on to. We also have these dog tags, which we laser engrave on site with their name, and beforehand we also have our logo so that's branded towards our team as well. It's a very good way for them to feel inspired and have a memory that they can hold on to, and probably have in their backpack as well. And then lastly, we'll go over this one later.
So the mobile lab has had many successes and many challenges. Our successes is we've had 25 events in the past 3 years. We've reached over 15,000 people, and we've gained mentorships. We've gained a series of sponsorships through it, and we've interacted with companies and in our community. Some challenges with this is budgeting. We've had trouble keeping track of how much goes into each of the different memorabilia, and transporting equipment has been difficult, especially with weather like this when it was raining. And broad team participation, it's been difficult to get the entire team going on an outreach event. But what we've done is we've created a culture where doing the mobile lab is fun.
Some things that we've learned from these successes and challenges is that it's always good to prepare. You want to arrive early and make sure you have time to set up the mobile lab, but you should also be flexible. So plan, but be ready to pivot.
And so now let's go over more of our outreach process. So the mobile lab is one of our many activities that we actually do with outreach, but let's go over our process and actually how we plan an event, collaborate with the community, etc.
So as you know, the mobile lab is one of our outreach initiatives. We do a number of different outreach initiatives with ORCS Girls, my Eagle Scout project, which was a Lego sumo board making, and AMSI, and all of our schools in our district. Here's your question.
I have this one robot sumo champion Lego thing, because I won one of the things.
Nice. We're trying to create more competitions with Lego Sumo by making more boards and making it more accessible to schools and teams and FLL teams in our area.
To decide which events that we're going to go to, we use this outreach flowchart. It helps us make informed decisions, to use our resources as efficiently as possible, especially during build season when we have limited time.
So I talked about an outreach checklist that we have. This is actually one that we are making for our upcoming event, Atomic City Invitational, which Harry will be hosting. So the point of the outreach checklist is to make sure you cover all the things that you might miss or forget about during, like, when you're preparing for an event. That was a major problem that we had for much of our outreach. We didn't have enough people, we didn't have enough rides, we didn't actually bring the stuff we needed. So these kind of things are problems that we tried to solve with the outreach checklist, and it has been very effective for our outreach. The events that we've hosted with the outreach checklist have been some of the most successful events this year. And so this is one of the best things you can have. And so you can actually want to, yeah.
So our outreach material, as you see on this table, has evolved over the years. It started with the left from a grant in 2022 where we got our machines, and it has now encompassed all of our different initiatives on the right and a pamphlet including all the STEM resources in our community.
Through community collaborations, we've had a whole other set of successes and challenges. Some of the good things that have come from collaborating with our community is we're able to reach a new crowd and get them interested in STEM and FIRST. We've actually had a lot of kids express interest in doing teams because of the mobile lab. Some challenges is maintaining relationships with organizations and keeping in contact with them after events, knowing how to follow up, as well as continuing an event without having a direct connection to the organization. And some ways that we combat that is through preparation and having a plan even if we don't have all the details.
So let's go more into our iteration. So we just went over our process and how we get to outreach. Once you actually have an event, you have to standardize it and make a process for it and iterate it so you can improve it in the future.
So some of our most recent iterations or updates have been we've started planning and budgeting our outreach events, like what machine should we bring, how much will each of the dog tags cost, and we've also added community support by emailing local community schools for our Lego Sumo event. Oh, this is mobile line. For stream night, and we've started distributing STEM resources through Office.
Some future plans that we have for the mobile lab is finding a way to improve the transportation to make it safer, quicker, and more efficient. We also really want to focus in again on our target audiences and make sure we're reaching the people that really need to see these resources, as well as planning repeat events to solidify an interest with the same group and having more summer camps because we've seen a lot of success in those.
So let's get started on actually how you can create initiatives within your own team and start something all on your own for effective outreach within your team. We actually created a step-by-step procedure for how to do this. So the first thing you need to realize is why outreach is important to your team. Because if you don't understand why outreach is important to your team, you can't really believe in it and you can't create effective outreach. So for us, the reason outreach is, the reason we try to get out to, actually we're going to when you make a plan, our plan for outreach was to have accessible STEM for our community, because that was specific to our mission and to why outreach was important to our team. That's why we created the mobile lab and the sumo bot class that we have that Harry made. So your plan should be specific to why outreach is important to your team and to your team's mission. The third thing, defining your scope. So scope is a very important thing to consider when you're creating your outreach, because you don't want to overachieve and then not overachieve. Overplan and then not achieve anything. And so your scope is constrained by a lot of different things, like your money, how many team members you may have, the time you have, all these different things. And so you have to consider all these things when you're going into planning an event or your outreach. The next thing is to present yourself to your community. A lot of your teams may have connections to your community because of your teammates. Like for Leah, it was Orcs Girls. She has a deep connection to Orcs Girls. Harry has connections to Troop 224 and Lego Sumo. And we use these connections to reach out to our community and create personalized outreach that is effective for them and their goals. The next thing you want to do is adjust your scope. So I talked about how your goals will be adjusted to their needs. And so outreach is not just about benefiting your team, but more about benefiting your community and how they and most convenient for them. So actually, with the Lego Sumo Bots, we actually had we were planning to do it during build season, but we're not planning. We had build season, but it's difficult for us to do it during build season. So we did adjust our scope to be more convenient for them, depending on what they need and what's most beneficial to them. And the last thing, once you have an outreach event, an activity, a plan, etc., you need to standardize it so that it can be repeated in the future, and then you need to improve it so that it continues to get better over time. Because you don't want to have the same outreach plan over just the same time, because you need to continuously improve. That wraps up our presentation.